Hey, this is Ben Bryant, and today I'll be showing you some editing tips for Vegas Pro 15, some things that I wish I knew when I got started editing. So the first thing is when you're looking at the display up here that's showing you uh, basically what you're editing, I would recommend turning it down because it'll start at best full, which means it's going to render everything that you're editing in this window. I would recommend turning it down to best half, which as you can see lowers the resolution significantly so that it lags your computer a little bit less. If you have a great computer, this might not matter as much, but it'll improve how fast you can click around and see things while you're editing, which will make the overall experience a lot easier. So the next thing, when you add a video to your timeline here, you'll notice that it's stuck to the audio, which can be annoying if you're trying to put other audio over it or do anything else besides use them together. So the first tip is if you click onto either one of them and click U, it will unbind them together so that you can move one away from the other. And if you don't do that, if they're just together, anytime you move one, the other one moves with it. So just clicking U will undo that, and then you can delete the bottom one, and now you just have the video. And if you just wanted to have the audio, then you could do the same thing, just click U on it, and then you could delete the video portion of it and just have the audio. So the next thing is when you're playing with a clip, if you're going to deal with an intro, if you want to fade in or fade out, all you have to do is reach that top left corner of it and then pull out to the side, and it'll fade out the audio and the video. And again, if you want these to be separate, just go with the unbind and move it to a different spot, and you can have that transition differently. If you want to put text over a video, like I have right here, all you have to do is add in the text from the insert area. So up here, insert, and then go to text, and then you can type in whatever you want there, and then put that over your video. So we'll drag this over here. Now when you're editing this, you'll see this icon right here, which goes back to this screen. This one will show you where the actual words will pop up. So if you want it to be really small, you can make this really big, and then it will be smaller there. And if you wanted it to be take out the whole screen, then you would make this smaller. Basically, this box is the view, so however it's reflected in the box is how you see it there. And then if you want to put any transitions or lens flare or color or anything, you do that with the effects. You can also have an animation here. You can customize the text color if there's an outline, if there's shadow, and you can change the font and put that wherever you want. The last thing that I would recommend doing is when you're going to render your video, make sure you save it, and I would recommend saving throughout the entire process. If your whole thing crashes, you could lose a lot of progress if you're not saving. So anytime you do a significant edit, I would recommend saving it. And then when you go to render it, make sure that you have either the whole thing highlighted or you have it set to render everything. I tend to render the looped region only in case I have other parts of the video that I didn't include off to the side. So if you have like a bunch of clips that you didn't end up using but you think you might, you can just leave those to the side instead of putting them here and just render the looped region. Or if you're having issues with it not rendering what you want, just delete everything because it'll still stay up there. So then when you go to render it, you can have a custom template set. I have one set here that's in 2K at 60 frames, and that's what I use for almost everything. And it'll, once you make a custom one, it'll pop up right at the bottom, and you can always just go and click that one. If not doing that one, I would recommend saving as the Magix AVC AAC MP4, and then going with internet 1080 at 30 frames. So one of these. And then you render it, give it some time, and you can always re-render if you didn't get exactly what you wanted, and see how it comes out, and then do more editing if it needs it. So those are some things that I wish I knew, and hopefully you can implement into your editing process. Thanks.